Right, just a quick one today. Got a generator in a job lot of bits that I got. Work running. Anyway, put petrol down the head, it will run. And then it just cuts out, so obviously something's wrong with the carb. So we took the carb apart. Well, when it did start, it was bitting fuel out of the overflow here. There's a little hole here. I'll take it off. There's an overflow pipe here. Well, a little hole. That's the overflow. So as soon as it starts, it's just barking out because it's getting too much fuel. So we've already had a look. We've took this off, and then obviously the floats need adjusting on the bottom. So the float sits, as soon as the petrol fills this little bowl up here, the floats sit flush with it. And then that'll give it just enough fuel and air mixture to go to keep it running. Obviously it was coming out the overflow, and so it was getting too much. So we've took the bottom off once, we've had a little look at it. And anyway, come back in 2 minutes, I'll show you. So we've got the carb off. And that's the bowl, that's your floats there. When the bowl gets filled with petrol, it makes the float sit flush. And then when it gets too much petrol, the float goes up, and there's little, in here, there's a little pin in there, and it stops the petrol going through. So if you want to test it, blow down the petrol pipe, as you can hear it's going through, but as soon as the float goes up, it switches it off, so no more petrol can get through. So all we have to do with this, that I'm thinking in this case, is on the back you can either bend that little bit there, because there's a switch underneath it that stops the petrol coming through, or on this one, see the little bracket that's coming out there, that'll, when the cup's on, it'll go against that, and then that touches that and it won't go any further up. But obviously it's letting too much petrol in, so we have to bend that. Well, no, was it? It was letting too much in. We moved it in, but now it's not letting enough petrol through to, well, not the right amount. So in this case, we need to bend that the little bit of metal there. We need to bend it out ever so slightly, maybe a mil at a time. Then put it all back together, put it on, fire it up, see if it works. If petrol's pissing out the overflow there, then we need to bend it back. If it's going up, we need to bend it. If it's coming out, we need to bend it out. And if there's not enough fuel, we need to push it in a little bit so it lifts the float up, so then it'll get more fuel. So we'll just adjust this now and we'll come back. So we've adjusted the floats now. I'm going to put these bolts back on. Hot air filter. And then we're going to fire it up, and hopefully it doesn't piss petrol out of there. And if it does piss petrol out of there, we'll have to adjust the floats again. But if it doesn't, when it starts and it works, then we know that we've done something right. Right, we've got everything back together. Alt carb on, alt air filter. Now it's D-Day, let's have a go. Oh, look at that. Let's have a look, see if it's pissing petrol out. Look at that, no petrol. No petrol coming out. Look at that. So there's another task done. No petrol pissing out, so it's just a quick video to tell you this will work on pit bikes, motorbike, anything. Petrol, lawnmower, strimmer, anything. If it's pissing petrol out of the overflow, before you buy any new carbs or anything, change the floats. If you have any questions, just ask. Job's a good one.